So it's just now 11 a.m. So we did that full walk and back within 2 hours. We still have a couple hours before our excursion, so we're gonna make our way back onto the Caribbean Princess, and we'll pick it up from there.
No way.
So we're back on board. Do have about an hour before our excursion, so maybe a quick stop here at the International Cafe for coffee and light lunch. Here's the little lunch. Got the prosciutto sandwich, fruit tort, some hot coffee. All right, so it's about 15 of 1, and we're gonna head to the island dining room to get ready to meet our tour. And there's a couple ways you can get to the island dining room. This is a look at the Internet Cafe and Library. They do have some workstations. Then you can also sneak into the back of the island dining room. All right, so we got our number. We're number 11, and now we just wait.
So I'm just gonna give you some information. The gangway is located one deck down. So once you exit, you're gonna turn to your left, and then the buses will be in the parking lot in your right side.
Say green 11.
My colleague is right there
Green
again,
11.
and he's gonna take you to the gangway. It's just one deck down. Just please. Wait for me to make the announcement to let you know which group, so you don't need to stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. So just carry all your belongings and let your medallions ready to make it easy for the exit. Make sure that you have your medallions and your tickets with you. Okay, so I'm waiting for green 11.
Ooh.
So all the guests with green 11,
That's us.
please.
Green 11 finally got the call. Happy days are here again. Green 11 on the move. All right, I better calm down and get my medallion out. Get a little bit of deja vu here. I feel like we've been out here before. All right, let's make our way to the bus. So this time, instead of moving forward into the town, we're gonna take a right. We're going through this gate, and we're looking for 11.
Well, no, the green 11.
Green, oh, there's all kinds of 11s.
There's
3 buses.
and green one and
Seats on the bus acquired. I think it's about a 45-minute drive to the Waterfall of the Gods. Waterfall of the Gods. But here's what the bus looks like. There we go. So just to describe the popularity of this tour that we are on, the bus full of people out the window all going to the same tour. We have this bus full of people, coach I guess would be more appropriate, full of people, and then we also have this coach full of people. So it seems that we've picked a popular one, and away we go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board this bus. My name is Skúli Torfason, and I'm your guide today. And there is 20,000 people registered with their home here. We are not taking the tunnel. We are taking this. But after the war, they left, and in 1949, Iceland entered NATO, and is a NATO member today. It's no need for that. The water we have in our home, there is about 30,000 people from drive us a little ways up here, just a few meters up here.
So we just took the most amazing, I would say probably 40-minute bus ride deeper into the country of Iceland, and just when you thought the views weren't getting any better, we show up here. It started to rain a little bit, but not in an annoying way. So we've got 45 minutes to explore the waterfall, and I'm dang giddy. I guess the thing to note is they let us off over here, but we have to meet the bus down there. So gotta keep that in mind on the walk back. So as you can see, a very popular destination, I would assume almost every day. But you have people coming to and fro. It's a nice paved path though. But with 45 minutes, I'm trying to walk with a little expeditiousness to get to the mouth of this waterfall. So forgive any huffing and puffing, but I want to get there so we can see it together. And here's the rest of the landscape that we're dealing with. We're just in this valley tucked in with all these mountains. Interestingly, these flat top mountains, the reason they're flat top is during the Ice Age, massive glaciers covered all the land, kind of flattening out the tops of the mountains. At least that's what the guy told us. Sounds like a reasonable story. Or did the mountains just go to their local barber and ask for a high and tight? Whew. A little bit of an incline at the end here. Oh yeah, here we go. You ready? Godafoss. The waterfall of the gods. Wow. Here we go. The guide said these waterfalls are 17 meters high. Not even the tallest waterfall in Iceland, but one of the most beautiful. I think I said it a couple days ago. There's just so many places where you would just want to just chill out and reflect on life. This would be one of them, but we're on a schedule, so we're gonna walk down the path and try to take another look from a different vantage point. Straight ahead there is the black building in the distance is where we have to meet the bus, and it's also kind of like a gift shop restaurant. So we're eventually heading there. Bathrooms. Going off-road. Oh wow, look at this spot. I think I'd let you tackle that one, Don, if you want. I imagine that spot's going to yield some pretty impressive views, but I don't know that I'm the one to climb up and down those wet rocks. So what's interesting is the tour guide said that what we're seeing is the erosion of different levels of lava. So Iceland is geothermic. It's where two tectonic plates merge together, so a lot of volcanic activity. And so over time, lava flows made this geography. But then you have water doing what water does and cutting through the different levels of the lava. So it's really neat looking over here. You can see the different levels of the lava. And I see Don is almost fully descended the stairs, so we'll keep an eye out for him, make sure he can get back up here. Look at these brave souls on the rocks. The rain is really starting to pick up now. Don! Don! You know he can't hear us. Here comes our hero, back from the abyss. How beautiful down there, right? Nice job, sir. All right, we'll continue back toward where we're gonna get back on the bus. One more little alcove to tuck in. Oh yeah, this gives you a really nice view of the falls. Ooh, look at that. Wow, yeah, just cool. Cool, even in the rain, it's cool. There's this cool pedestrian bridge that goes over the river. And I'm assuming in the middle of that bridge you get a good look at the falls. Feeling very Dylan-esque today. There's a hard rain gonna fall. It's coming down pretty good. It's like those horses are going across the bridge. Bridge horses! I think Bridge Horses was a 70s TV cartoon. Don seems skeptical. Alright, we're gonna sneak into the cafe here. Use the WC, the water closet, and see what they got. Alright, fully marked WC this way. And it looks like you may have to pay to use the restroom. Interesting. Might have to tap to use the bathroom. Wow. Pretty extensive gift shop here. They have rain gear and cold weather gear. Of course, they've got postcards. Just about everything you could think of. Like I said, pretty big gift shop. I'm gonna see if I can maybe grab something to drink for the road. Maybe a magnet. All right, we've located our bus amidst the the puddles and the rain. All right, we're back on the bus, and oddly enough, after getting back walking in the rain, it's kind of hot. So taking the jacket off, letting it dry off. But I did get some snacks, or I don't really know what this is. I'm assuming it's Icelandic only. We had this orange drink here, Eagles Appleson, and a little chocolate. This is by the register, so I figured we'd try it out. Superset Lacris Bitar. This is weird. I didn't pay enough attention. The chocolate has black licorice in it. That's wild. Alright, so we're off the bus here at Laufas. I know I'm not even close to saying that correctly. The way the guide has been saying it, sounds like there's a V in it, but yeah, so I think we're gonna get a little talk first, or we're getting the talk right now.
House. So yeah, feel free to roam around and please ask the questions because this is normally longer, right? I'm going to keep you in the rain.
Laufás is how it's pronounced, and it loosely translates Leaf Hill. Laufás. I'm still not sure if I'm saying that right, but looks like you can explore all of these little huts and houses, and then there's a church at the end to take a look at. Wow, look at this. So this is built kind of right inside the hill. Oh wow, it's a proper long house.
Because when you do not take care of those, as they just brush soaps on top, and just work, that's quite easier.
This is fascinating. So one of the tour guides upstairs said that the upper rooms, since the heat rose, is where they would do most of their communal living, like living room stuff, knitting together, sleeping. But then these bottom areas are like the kitchen and where they would store things. And she said that this is basically the way that many Icelanders lived until about 100 years ago. And the wild thing is there's not like a lot of lumber here. So most of these houses were constructed with driftwood, and then the angles of the roof very, very precise to prevent leaking.
Here. I'll go there. Maybe.
Be very careful. They're very narrow.
Oh, okay. I'll go this.
Okay.
Look in.
A formal dining room here. Maybe a formal sitting room. Parlor, possibly. And a dining space. Photographs from the past. Wow. I think this is maybe a map of what we're dealing with here. So those are the farmhouses. And then they also have a church here. So we were told by the tour guide that this pulpit was rescued from a church fire, and that this pulpit's from the 1600s. hard to imagine what life would have been like 1,000 years ago in this valley. Gathering up wood to build your next structure, and farming and praying, and yeah, it's like so many places around the world, this feels like a special place. Look at this, you got some sheep up here on the hill. Notice that all over this drive, just these kind of mountain type sheep, hill type sheep. And then they do have a gift shop and a cafe, and they do have the old WC, which doesn't look like you have to pay for the water closet here, but we'll take a quick peek in the cafe and the gift shop. I love that almost everywhere that we've been sells some sort of warm clothing. And some postcards. Mittens. We have some magnets. Maybe I'll grab a magnet. It looks like we've got a little cafe. Little cafe.
Plenty of men's choirs, women's choirs. That's another story. Town. You see, there is a.
So we're really packing it in on this tour. We have one more stop, and we're at the Botanical Gardens. We've got about a half an hour. They're supposed to be back on our bus at 5:30. We have to be back on the cruise ship at 6:30. So yeah, we're getting the most out of it. So we're in the Botanical Gardens, and it looks like there's a lot of paths to follow. But again, we have a short amount of time, so I think I'm just going to venture off a little bit. I do want to show you this, though. They do have a little cafe, gift shop, restroom right near the main path. We just came from that way, but it looks like you can venture off in a lot of directions. It's kind of a shame and a blessing, right? We don't have a lot of time here, so probably on a less rainy day, be more tempted to be late, but I think the goal for this one is just to see a few things and make our way back to the bus and get ready to board the ship. Gosh, just even in this little bit though, just the explosions of color, so amazing. How about that? It's green and lush. I think I'm just gonna duck, like this gentleman here just ducked down this little path. The other interesting feature of this botanical garden, it was started by a group of women, but this may be one of the closest botanical gardens, at least closest in Iceland. Only 100 kilometers from the Arctic Circle, or 60 miles. So I'm assuming the species of plant are different because of that fact. Look at this, got a sea of purple over here. Sorbus. Typical example for sorbus is the common rowan or the mountain ash. It's the only sorbus native to Iceland. I'm assuming it's this purple flower here. Wow. It's gorgeous. Do love seeing. It is crazy, like you wouldn't think you'd be super excited about the rain, but just kind of seeing these plants in the rain, taking it in. It is starting to lighten up a little bit. Not sure what the weather's supposed to be like for the next couple days of the cruise, but hopefully we can make the other cities in Iceland, because with this just being the first little example, it's pretty amazing. Like this is, yeah, I don't know what to say. I feel like I already need to book another cruise to Iceland. Wow. Oh, hello, Don. What do you think about this? Beautiful, right?
It is. I imagine these colors and everything would just pop if the sun was shining,
Oh, yeah.
but the aroma
Yeah.
from the flowers is still pretty spectacular.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing to see all these plants taking in water.
And the view's not that bad neither.
A little torn. I feel like it's 10 after. I feel like I should start walking back, but then see this, which I don't think I've ever seen before. Is this a dandelion? I don't know. Look at all these flowers. Look at these. Wow. Not seeing any benches or anything, but man, this definitely seems like a nice place to come sit and reflect. Take one more panoramic view before we start heading back. Beautiful, just beautiful. Back at the buses, one last look at the daisies. And as you can see, all those buses I showed you earlier are here. A lot of people on those buses, I think, ready to get back to the ship. It's certainly been a full day in Akureyri. I hope you've enjoyed this little adventure with Don and I. Make sure you subscribe to La Lita Loca Don's Family Vacations, and more importantly than either one of those things, book a trip to Iceland. This is pretty cool. Thank you guys for checking it out. Hit that like button. Tony for La Lita Loca. Till the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.